Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Buckeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Alabama's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Miller with the ball. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Kick is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Rodgers. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The give is to Miller. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Cuevas. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Such a great job on the defense, winning on early downs. What does that mean now? It means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He leaves it with his back. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
They'll give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Simpson. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fitted in the window for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Tate.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to take a shot. He's got it all right. Off and running. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style, and you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. They'll run play action. Card in the backfield. It's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Trying to make them guess wrong on the read option to the right. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got it in the middle. It's Tate.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Turning it on. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw it. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Got his man. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Horton. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's good from 58 yards out.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. He's loose. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Fires to the big fella. Wide open spaces. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. With the catch, it's Tate. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They booted away on 4th down.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll do it himself. It's a seam wide open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Unleashes one. He's got it. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cuevas. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFO.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Miller with the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Simpson. And a quick shuffle pass underneath. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. There he goes. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
It's complete. Touchdown, Alabama! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Touch pass on the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll run it from the gun.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. There he goes! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Motion from the wide receiver. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.